current economic situation of war man you football and na a year
and you have to go so can say no na me ya do na match Friday you win na 160 your call you be fee
Yere but ebema yen I rechichire bi so say a yaw na ye fam ebeko na ye di enigi kakra enam fakwa stage ye bekwa kodu se titru ye tumi ko ye twa quarter finals
ye do semi
dia na minim say problems are ye namu no football no e be reduce pain na ye fam no na Canadian ki lose ya me na me ka kiro enko china me gidi say ka manfo betie sikrom krapa mo
all right say that you call Assembly Castle and I did Ebro. My name is Bedafo and I share more. I did maybe Ebro, Kuno Group Hotel, and then you did live program. You share Ghana Blaster match in the Yape and you see in Kunya, Yeti and Como. See, yes, some of mine in Tibeko. Minim say, wow, me and what would see me and that area. So maybe I will be ano or home a year. And yes, so when Yaji said Ghana ni bar, Ghana, your call, Yakwa could be in Kunya, dear, because you were come to the traffic your second game. And look at me, qualify because you lose your first game. Your third game, yeah, good stages no. Your name you go. Anybody say repeat and I say revenge. Obekaya 2010. Akwabi or your team or that's go be Luis Suarez or no and Ama Ghana. Ye near Hukina. Yeah, baby, yeah, Ghana tam kese. Now if you are there, Ghana for you now say Sakwa we was saying media. And the Ghana for let's say a man as say a man who you say. You are there if you do me. See, Satan, you are a flat cramp with if you do me. You be man who say Asaba, a bill. Oh, here, Assembly Cassandra messages my you're baking kind in at the amount. And then somewhere that Punoson a chassis and was a second when the ball Lydia. And yeah, for that and budget to be dear in Ghana for Ben with a yes, but ball Yabema, a month for every fee, but ya make a class. Cement block or so, full crazy or talk about it. Dollar crazy and fun because ball only any GB a day. Eh, but you see, all call any now, this kind of song tomorrow. What's on him, sir? What I mean, stage of the call for a beer. Just get to me, what could be this kind of song? Sikasu baby for you, boy. Yes, no, every good cry. All right, I will share some Ima. And I know Yawada last week or before budget in the kind of commodity expectations and any budget, you know, over by. My name was a quick question back in summary, no, Obeka say budget, you know, a best several purpose a Ghana from there, which said it be ye through how and as often said a bay be a temporary measure be, but we will go back to maybe a woman. And as often said, just because Ansania be details of the budget issues be also.
Budget now, yeah, your brother came for that edit by Parliament last Thursday. A budget be my share all the in the figures in I don't think it's a better maybe every or how many home with immediate effect maybe. It's rather prolonged. It may be a medium to long term, but for the short term, may won't be clear about the nature say we can be out of the issues they're facing. No.
It's a very short term, not long term.
Yes. No, for the short term, I don't see anything but maybe for the medium to long term. But for the short term, then because
what can short term now? Because a year we are end you. It's ever said budget now. You be who soon so and say best start implementing whatever it is now from next year 2023, right?
Yeah.
It's from 2023 no. Sir, short term Ben Alphonse still you so be facing difficulties.
Currently, no, we are in difficult challenges. Okay. The macroeconomic elements in Pascal. Okay. We are Basa. And I feel so the government is broke. Anyway, what I say. And now me feel say they wanted to address those immediate challenges. They say interest rate, exchange rate, inflation, those key and unemployment. We address it immediately. Now I feel so then we have ways of addressing the other ones. But usually the entire data it didn't come with that assurance. Now normally it's a cash short term in finance. You are looking between like within 1 year. Medium term is 2-3 years. And long term is 3 to 5 years. And my point is that they want to maybe which will have effect, but the effect will not be now. It will not take us out of our issues. Maybe I say I am a final program also back one. Then somewhere next year April, we'll start seeing fruits, and again we'll start seeing some changes in the macroeconomic element. But for now, I don't see. And let me go into details. I'll show you why Americans say I don't see the budget is addressing the immediate challenge that EFM.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let me also when say people before more issue statement. But the kind statement about me some issue statement most much in opposition on 2023 budget. Often says the same person to you say, would you say budget will a idea a bit to me a boy and I say a boy for the TTIB na after Sako back the other day and I said imitate yebedi ya kakra na fe emra kada ya nim no afi enya anigye ana se enya hwe kra anya dai emaye
yo watame da se se na menu eka me so no so ye mum de ya very disappointed in budget Iraq can edi tudwa e taze away because obre wo man no se na menu eka obre wo mu pa na yesusu ni se 2023 yakoi budget we emba mbeboa Ghana for Mbambe yi yebre no emfie so ezanza wo hwa we ye bibi kakra odi be tudwa e short term measure still na hwa aban no e twen IMF sika no because onu on sheda ni plan titu bia wo ho odi be yi fi oha onu akasa de atumu yesanso hu se yesusu senka e wo senka aban a ebia nkotie ne manma aban a o hwe ne motie omsufre hawa yeso senga nya sabri mu na wo beto tax mu Senka summary we na businesses because where aboso kind for home dealing spare parts any good phone they've been complaining heavily imported about taxes adwuma near Senka be obe introduce subsidies be for some of these sectors na ati wo mo so na say adwuma no etuma because adwuma ko year and also to me nipa aye adwuma I employ more people this na ban ka say for the whole of next year on fa obi adwuma so want me for obi adwuma dia and is the private sector and also employ the unemployed now so also put in any measures how the boa no na adwuma na bi wonye ska wa employ people na say obrena na ode ebre Ghana for no afi so no na ye hwe say enka ayade a ebia won behwe say ye tax bracket no ohwa titinyina ba ye kind of brofo because say very narrow any pay tax na say eda so tua wo ye economy kukudan for as suggest say aban pe kwan bi a obetumi bie mu na enipa bri entumi entua tax no na onte amount no so what I say but still na government bia eba ohwe easiest way obetumi agigiska na sa kwan no fa so eto so 11 year or say or tiso about 1%. We sometimes mama wonder say about ways research ben no mu ye and say kita hu be no mu ye so mo take some of these decisions because when the 11 bay virtually I'm say the whole country apart from the NDC government and supporters was against sir rate here on the 1.5% no by nakasa a project is so many billions of cedis eventually no wo nya that projection no mo hwe say Ghana for no muntu mi ti no ebre e pe kwan e de dodgy 11 no sadi o maye no ye fa bi na ye obi ye friend digital economy amama wa na ka say try say business for nyina e be online ye BBC ye friend cashless society I digital economy ye use ska bebre obi tebia obi tubebi ton ne djuma na dia enko be tuma transfer use digital means editua and so sir adiba ye no e mani nyina ebo form e say no bi apekwan at so 11 no sisi ano o say 100 cedis threshold no wo ye fi ho eno kra no sir onipa
so the person we be pass it person who say so you mo person can say budget no enya dia
budget na embo yen enya dia bobo e de obrena e wo mu no 2030 di remu anu na di remu
babu budget no maintain say party at the statement let's say we are operating the minimum say minority no I raise the issue about employment and see every fees how to say public sector into me employed for next year and up to say what is this name sir?
To force
because we are in the same order but me say Mama say A, B, and C. The only time means a minority leader will have employment but we see issue said they have a problem with it and that but see and I say as a party and as an individual politician or party who say budget now you make say for now dear medium and long term let's move to me implementing maybe or market I am a better counter and ABA and you might be to my son. For now, say you blood 20 23 years, say you may be in Ghana for 8 days, say, fish and buffet, Yama, Yati, that's what I say. Sana Muslim.
Yo, me that's me. Now, you only say Ampa party in my out and be released ABA. If you say young Crawford national elections, no, about December year. And I mean, say your MPs so a call retreat on the budget. Into normal bar by all means as minority, or maybe out with a real statement the way they see it. But me, I'm tell me also because I say, me economist, me a dying swimming pool, car quine, those say But from the layman's view, what can I say? I can say it be a long term. Oh no, if you are the field, no, into me who be visa or but me idea, I don't see anything. It will me describe it budget from my point of view, a hopeless budget. Totally hopeless. Una the country make us minia. Okay, time na President Akufo-Addo. That I'm not a candidate, no opposition. Okay, finance minister. That I'm not a finance minister, no handle data bank. Almost demonstrations are almost yeah. That time no, not the dollar to the city, not ASA. And no crampo no, they saw say, Obi as say bia ama enye. Inti ye more coin. Na omumra. They made Ghanaians to understand. Say IMF a monster. Yes, I agree. Mimi Tiatem Yameka said the whole African as a continent. In Kiebe to me, in Kayem finding ways to solve your financial problems than going to the IMF. But it looks as if say the war are not ready to think outside the box, other than near Bretton Woods, at the Chilean school. And your person we cannot do without them. Which I say made me feel say I don't think say sadly correct. I think say we can do without them. Now so dear na yam ko for your muti akonya so say and dear no manka lectures by na Dr. Mahmoud Baumia one ma young Ghanaians so ano in Sembe na Gabi Ochireda Akwanka in those days. Senke yadi anka mo betumi a inke call back. I think graphic online and ebi wo hodo ni oka ye nyina ene omoba aban mu no what turn the other way round obeka se wan kasada obeka se omo time no anaso obi time no ahokyere ama wunima taxi bolta me de ne baaye osimi wa ya okana sem na awira ho. Do you know say some taxi drivers credit fuel 100 cedis and the following day they pay 110 cedis in this country of ours. They credit to work with. Then the next day no kwakutia or the 10 cedis account. Fakwaye do no. Na ni obeke ka kire yen yi. Dia na kire say eni da so wo baby. Eni da so ba na wo hodo. The year is almost ended. Enti ni obeka yen dia sad your friend is saying afiwe December we are not going to experience any change. Say ankosoro anye west of Bokrana and then Yankopon ne kura yen. But as early as next year, what are we going to see? Ye mai mu har mu yenim dada September ye di bro nya wi Bokrana a hot mo na dollar and start to say as supposed to be. Na fa kwa akodi. a hopeless budget.
Situation. Okay, all right. Oh, share assembly can and you bro yeji and komo na ye share budget ya and then abeto idwa ya yabada no na Ghana fu na ehu ye. The moon sensem mu enema ebinom wa rehye mu se de mapa beba ebinom so fun se ebeba mpo a enye enemanim ebinom se ahwe ma se de kwaku ene ekan na MPP for say eye enkabomu budget sana owura kenofurata iwie no kan enkabomu metena se pa because ba bi o man mu ate no ono ane party mu ache because of him and it may hear say o ka say ye enkabomu ena edi ebre mame enko
ata a quick one unkabomu de yankam ya yedi nenso unkabomu o kai samankasa makoma empem inchichemu na ba ino free afen wo hu say yankabomu when it started from day one. Almost all political parties in the country here, including stakeholders, I can say, when me and your party are saying, Yam Fred Ghana for you now, winning dear, if I finance any the economy, Yam Koshia baby, no more for my game. They felt, say, they could do it better than anyone. Omunkwana drink because of their arrogance, their pride. You are now talking of Nkabum. When you failed and failed woefully. Fakodi akwakotu. Afena utiem so bintu ahoma wa Abraham no to the ma wa amnanu mu a wuntumi nso. Until away from the Nkabum budget. He should just tell Ghanaians to say, you're totally hopeless. The situation is hopeless.
Totally hopeless. And eka. Right, my kwenu you might have a maybe or budget. Issues being maybe a buying regime. Yeah, it be no phone say because one, you will say a buy no can be for how a bit mobilize revenue. One, two, a buy no you will say budget so watch your coin at the first way cut it down. A war expenses be a yeah, phone say and also come. Yeah, funny maybe a buy no can yeah, my phone say what you say if there is 6 cow. Say no from next year, Sunday money na etobe they be saying one offer a band sector when it be abase they say V8 V6 cars na be register green they can number plate no they say aban mu for the cars no was say obetumi to ko nam kan ha ne me nya da offer V8 ne V6 nanti obetumi akọ they say kwan ya cross country and na obetumi di akọ fuel that was the first time I no more just say 50% ya tear free so coupon and also a buy no so already every year the juma. Then a buy no esa e can be said for instance department ministries in the man so more year event program bia senke bia ko be ba kuku no ti ha ba meji abe rent no be say say na no my day one more jai obe ye no wa premises na wo ye juma na wa na be day ube host this program here na ewo abane say afi bia ko there is a printing hampers any sane mani na o say afi obi enu obe yes sane mani na ma MMDC NDC for obi e ko yes ade de epi abane no esa koso e ka bibi e fa say ya fa say employment anakwa ka ho asemi say na ye fa ko for crime next year or public sector or yeah February face yes and create new office say maybe say and also so end the emma when we near maybe a abominable boss or phones are face upon to say to kind aqua man on it and was a board members munya kwenya and they say what to kwa there a man on it once say ni na and maybe a aban no e dey agu agu say ofun say see etuni ebomodi etu sa na mo we a ebetumi aye there and why if you ever other ones be a walker ofun say no say bema pressure na that dollar so no and so be comfortable but these are few measures me say be what you am men kaya me talk about we mo ye na be a prominent aban no e dey tutu dwa ya o kire say Ghana for ye na ye di ehun na se wo mo so e tu ho na mo wa e betumi akwa ama ye tumi sika ofun say e yade a e betumi aye adwuma na se ye adwuma apa e betumi the revenue be abre o man no kwa ba kwa na so.
Okay, first of all yemfa budget no it's in two forms. You know, the revenue aspect and the expenditure. With the revenue aspect no say they be a focus on revenue mobilization. it should change. It should be revenue generation. Sakam Abayan Ejumebia or should focus on how they can generate more revenue, not mobilize. Because if you are investing to the productive areas, the scan will come automatically. What I said. In the end, that side, Abayan can say this particular year, next year, we mobilize 143 billion. That's the revenue envelope by AFM, which includes taxes, grants, and I think so the money from the oil sector. Aban is expecting to raise 143 billion. It's good. Would it be close to 18% of GDP? That's what we are all pushing. Every OBBR OT finance will support Aban say on pushing and generating more. Once we are able to generate more from the system, it will help us to stop the borrowing. But what I'm saying, on the expenditure side, about Nyama Abaya line up and say, Obeya, but to make expenditure. But still, look at the expenditure envelope 205 billion.
And I'll see a spend.
Yes, which is still the problem. America say, in the short term, I don't see what the budget will address. Maybe in the medium to long term, some of the policies will change. But in the short term, our buying expenditure envelope is still huge. And it's still huge on just 3 items. Maybe I can interest payment, salary for the public sector, and earmark funds. These are the areas that are now, even the 205 billion, what do you compare the car you from the revenue side? I say, we Juma, it's 1,000 cities. Now, they be our ultra budget in your best spending any phone, watch 10,000. Look at the gap 1,000 cities salary, 10,000 expenditure, gap near 9,000. That is what this government they say, the revenue envelope is 143 billion, expenditure is 205 billion, the gap is about 61 billion. Now, the only means how to be financing the gap in the budget is borrowing. President America say he cannot really address our issues in the short term. Until next year, our plan is Obeji Busia 61 billion. Edia Kanya. No, Edia Kanya Obeja 143 billion. Obeji loan of 61 billion. What they mean is your loans will increase by that amount. Now don't forget, it's because of the debt loans our loan basket it's gone beyond 460 billion. And IMF can say by close of this year we'll have 104% of GDP. Meaning say Accra yet 20 million Ghana and this is Eddie can answer. And he said if you write a budget, you give 61 billion. It means you are coming to increase our debt. Now debt, it has pushed us into high interest rates, high inflation, and the exchange rate issues. What I say? Inter America says short term will not be out of the challenges. And all the cash I will say about outline, still the budget for expenditure is still huge. Wow. Now last I discussed, I'm going to make sure some of the ministries combine they reduce their goods and services expenditure and their expenditure on salaries and other things. What you say? They say Ministry of Roads and Highways, Ministry of Transport. I don't think not 4 ministers, that's 2 ministers and 2 deputies. Now they have 1 and maybe 2 deputies. So you save 1 deputy's salary, and I think so you save the goods and services are using. They manage the few there. In fact, you can even add railway, transport, and road. In 6 ministers, you can make it right, and that will cut down the expenditure on goods and services, cut down the expenditure on salary payments and other emoluments. What I say? We call Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources and the Ministry of Local Government. Why can't you put them together? Ministry of Environment, Science, why can't you join all? So that 6, that will reduce what to 3. And these are the areas that are going to me here. We cut them. So for me, all the things are coming in. Still, the expenditure envelope is huge, 205 billion. And I think also you need 61 billion to balance the budget. Meaning we are going to record 7.7% of what deficit. pool is still huge. When the investor community actually who say no, Ghana will have problem paying their debt. Into that all the credit ratings we have a challenge. We have to bring back the confidence in the economy. So the credit ratings in the cost. And no buy, and still we are going to borrow. And I think so. Say you know, we have not been able to go into the capital market because of the issues. This is the 1 billion. 1 year majority will be borrowed internally. Domestic debt, you know, so go on here, into that debt restructuring urban. Into the whole thing is a complex issue. Another point, I can say we need to invest into the economy so that we will have revenue generation, not mobilization. Because if you are mobilizing, that's a bit newer. But if you are creating the generation, that's a bit more. It will come automatically by itself. When we say next year, the capital expenditure, you are planning CapEx is 27 billion. The capital expenditure, you can school at AC, hospitals, road, railway, and so on. That's capital expenditure, CapEx. It's 27 billion. At the same time, interest payment plan you are planning for next year is 52 billion. And the car is even more than the car economy. Now, normally, the capital expenditure is what will generate and create more economic activities in the country. I want to say, you pump into Terminal 3. Now we have large number of planes are able. We have large number of what they mean is we will generate more revenue in terms of taxes each year. All the airlines and when it happens that way too, it means we need more space, no more workers at the airport. That's what we mean by putting the money into the productive areas. We need to bring back the money into the economy. But 27 billion is roads, schools, hospitals, other government buildings. And at the same time, you are spending 52 billion just to pay interest and amortization. This is where we have the challenge. The people say, Abai should have done a lot in the area of the expenses. They should have cut down the expenses largely. Now, Sekada is to balance the budget. It should have been half of that amount, 61 billion. And 30 billion. Because if with the 61 billion it means 2024, Sekada say interest and principal will go beyond 52 billion. So these are the challenges that yes,
any so yeah because of disparity
yes. Wow. And the only way I bet you said everyone is government to rationalize the MDAs, the ministry department agencies, rationalize them and cut down. Wow. And I feel so say I know say in corporate Juma, but they like decoupling every way we are creating, they become institute like NAPCO buy, NAPCO should have been a department and youth and employment agency. But NAPCO won his own secretariat. I want to see you and deputy CEOs and so many workers so before they collapsed in NAPCO. Yeah. So the money was thrown away.
Yeah. For instance, an office like Ghana Beyond Aid.
Yes.
Now you been NDPs, and the National Development
Planning Commission.
Because you create a whole secretariat for
Ghana Beyond Aid.
Ghana Beyond, headed by Mustaff.
Yes.
With all the staff
and
then even one D1F secretariat.
Yes.
Could have also
be a department at the Ministry of Trade and Industry. What you say? Even Ghana Beyond Aid, such policy, cannot be done by one person. It's going to be infusion from the various sectors.
That's what I'm saying.
And you need GIPC to think. You need trade and industry. You need finance ministry to give you a financial plan towards we win ourselves from grants and aid. And also, you don't need to create an office. It should be part of the policies of the various ministries. Say, all year the action point, the action point towards we win ourselves from what grants. Wow. So it should be an office. Next year, you have just one coordinator and an MDPC here. When we say Obia is following what we will do in the next 3 to 5 years. Oh, some of the policies are not short term; they are medium to long term. In the next 3 to 5 years, these are the things every ministry be a year, to make year free the dependency on what on grants. Okay. Wow. And by and large, make sure revenue side and expenditure side, disparities, too much, and no, it doesn't give me confidence. it will go back to the same debt overall now hanging on us. No?
Okay.
What is causing us to be bankrupt? They say, no, to be frank with you, because 52 billion from who generated 143 billion, that's the Sika we share as revenue. 52 billion into payment of interest amortization. More than 48 billion into payment of salary for the public sector. Then earmark funds, Virginia, and virtually no, Sika never caught those areas. No? So what it means is that even the 27 billion now we have planned for CAPEX, no, even come from borrowing. If it come from borrowing, then Maninko areas are a bit to me free or how now a family. Otherwise, when you go to areas are then it becomes like we are throwing money into the waste bin.
All right, we are throwing money into the waste bin. Okay, I mean, yeah, mouse, so I'm south. So we had the Ima Air Kenya. Like I said, I said, who diablo the winners? What the bad mountains are. Oh, yeah, Jumaya Bosnaka, you pay 1,000. And so Bosnia was over the bed 3,000. I say, so Papa Bosnia 2,000 the day. I didn't know one share scale winner. No one should be obedient and now ain't me embarrassed the bay and baby and phone call. I want you to know. Zania more caticati so may now still now because say gap and that ye benya your target to see a PC generating and your target to see a PC DN. Still now ain't me my young cruise gap the my apostle. But okay, your man and the bobo to say a buying on edition and apart from CK generating your person. From next year, you implement it. Now it to me a bois. Now a day a much woman a buffer. We need say a bit to my because be a banner transfer for instance. Coupons the mark of the V18 cars here for events and there is a plenty hampers here. The programs here, or rented places. You can get my own and second now. See to him, a services coming now. You bet you the IPB a walk on man and see the true out. Yeah, Emma so.
Yo, Ata, that's it. Some measures are a finance minister, also budget no mutaze no. Now, Mrs. say, Obesaya can be beat set. I'm telling you, boss, Kakra. Ministries are your sons who won't say, or no, Casse, won't fat any pebia bium. On Peso Betray next year on Fanipa. And so no. You should be say presidential staffers are who will be more. Now, can we say Metisabia or Tisokakra? Allowances are ministers near there, so any Honoman Tihobi. A woman of Muka, 4 coupon near there. But we say V8 use a joke. Maybe I say, how are they going to monitor the Sabia? Say, me a minister. Now, we say, Emma, me use a car, no V8 cry. If Becca, about Mecca on 2 occasions, no Maka say. Mobia and Yusu, this
I can say the reference can what can be taxes on a free zone or more enjoy
that exemption.
Yes, I thought saying that Kauba revenue mobilization can not me special me point you know what you are saying. See, I didn't say a crime bisuno I say publicly no. Yes, we are cutting down some expenditure, but who the tumor it doesn't really amount to much. Okay. Budget no make kind me hu baby a mistake akra say finance minister or sre parliament say home pass budget man no. Or shebo say I pledge say this time no or sikano obehwe say expenditures be or year me twem no. Obehwe na this time no on repeat it. And I don't know how whether I don't think I'll believe him because Debbie no what no. On say be the last month you say wafa ejemu pa wafa jemu
I refine am as I said why new ofuriata
kasa
we need the for from we need the
Debbie catch him
na ya kuntu
hey
oh that is really
oh okay
okay essential motion no probe no
yeah
or introducing yourself no you do not boy no na ya
Ata it's already unfortunate to say, but finance are rhetoric, kasa, and these are Bible quotations are different from almost every 2-3 paragraphs. Kasa. Do what you say, or continue. I say, let us rebuild.
Let us rebuild. I also can say
and say, I'm making where BBT say National Cathedral Project. Say, I'm going to make us say, a bino and Tiagana for, a long as a moon tea and say, yeah, can. Say, we much no his car over 300 million. And I could buy say, Modia share project. And so, you chum the bar, you whom crass a baby. Yet the last I know, contractors up a cafe site. Parliament say no more shame. Also, these wastages, are some of the problems. We have there's no indication say in some kind obey to me ediso. Now, after soon, like I was saying earlier, I was hoping say when come back as one kasa sono government ne MPs near the ABA 2 years time as Gresha Beba. Ubeti amount you be tria. I think Manasi make kind education bill say said the last Council of State GBM say over 300,000. I did talk about the issue in Abaye. That was just Council of State. MPs so for the Beba about 275. I'm sure say it will be close to 500,000 per person. These are measures are expected say one beka say you better so. Also Ghana 40 year. Meaning can be say international community no these are the things measures are almost petty. But this budget seems like business as usual. So almost to me a can and no some say okay. Me young from so e be say this year no e ko anim no say ne be ye e be boa bebre a rechem no beba citizens nankasa no e be ti wase e bufo na na menua kasa nka match ye hwini a e beba no e beba from because citizens no be hu say oh e ampa aban we etie aban nankasa ne mo ka no e ka won. But what I say, but you see, I say measures no can citizens no. But do young who say can't abide no any ministers ni penny for no and can until America say we know any idea beboa. It's business as usual. Any casa.
Kwaku, on the here for say we share a 70 can you busua at the brow. You think como FR 2023 budget here and our no na weekend machine be for no share no data from post budget workshop. Yes, we are here dear wa ha. The still budget na amagana for maybe on one tiers no on one. Kwaku can be about expenditure na apan be kana ima can be and a lot of we must sika be dey na so esi be na ka ime ka se dey one more dey so many say be fine it's good but we should be deny say sakobo bosia be so need. Well, we say this is no Kobo Business Abbey about it. Now, and no 18 and no can say, never be a more can say, or more person. Still, and fatigue be a man and many because at the end of the day, you go and pull up assist to something here and the about the car and sign away to me with expenditure over so away the Koya and answer away the Oba. I have been with you, Sunday may be a warm water camel. So I'm going to say, a pine will be jay. Remember you to me, I will keep you. Nine is kept Eddie, a supporter who just be a beer. I can't go. And this for what say, especially if you say BBC Jarvis and Moment and I can't was we say money are buying a minority. I'm more tired. You might not be the same business, if we can be say the decision not is by cabinet. But me now my phone say be one of the things that I'm a fuck and say move using but now say who say what kind of budget was say sad decision we are one move using but a cabinet decision.
No. In a way, yes, I made this but on person who say the policy of equalization in our casa. But who said there are two different things. But we are total freeze, but we are net freeze. Total freeze.
That's the freeze you already
a total freeze.
Total freeze.
My previous one was net freeze.
So total freeze means what?
You see net freezer. ABI was NIPA 10. I'm going to public sector and civil service. Say Baku when I say Baku resign here, you can replace. That's the net freeze. You come back to the same 10. But total freeze is say no man I do no. Asa you can't be. If people retire, I say people in it's even good for the government to make savings.
And if total
freeze and net freeze.
Difference what the NDC for the buy anyway.
Yes, net fees. And I think so. There are sectors you should ask for exemption. They say time my NDC call and say no. Health, I think health and education also were exempted. Those ones are priority. Young to me can say yes, see hospitals are young nurses, any doctors. You have to allow people to get that job and teaching. So those are the differences. In total fees and net fees, they are two different things.
Okay, so go back to you. Said the Niama air cost one, but when you say a bebo, maybe transcript said your minimum local one, you say one way the other, never go home. Maybe a bit me, I'm a yes, Kebidi, because Kebo are a cold waste, a woman measures now buying a canal. Although we can say a check, and I said, you can about requiring a say you move to me, yeah, when you say bit to me, am I yet to me a keeping schedule system memoir, between the support projects be amana also that you engineer.
Akura mean to me who busa Remy Assembly say on finance minister in India. I don't know, sir, who would you need here? But can we show you so on several occasions? Said the president, his vice, the finance minister. Omukachi was a abonunsia, the kind page with tea, fashion via, never for soon da, and sana. You come to a conclusion. In some Omuka ye, let us be fair and sincere to ourselves. Omun can be there. Omun can be there. First and foremost, Nana Akufo to take it over. He made Ghanaians to understand, say, they were not going to buy new vehicles. And I'm a saying, the presidency was the first place to buy your friend saying new vehicles. When changing the car to your friend saying Mercedes Benz. When changing, and you want me sitting here today to trust our president, Debbie, me ko promote Betty. I'm a mintu mpaboa. Me na me catch you. Finance minister who jinedi wodi yebe. Vice president who jinedi wodi yebe. Me no yima e kan no ka say from onwane ya o ma me meti ha na me so ene say me ka say your friend say budget no hope bi anim no aye no kore. Akura wan kasa nkasa wo sika wo a wo de to aduane. Aduane na wo to no buru sika no so. Jo ko bobosia e de soso. Na afi bia wo bobosia na sen e na wan kasa nkasa wo betumi di ato ho aka say e ka wo di dada no wo de kwa kwati afiri ho. This is where we find ourselves. And this is the budget they've given to Ghanaians from the president. No about catch and say, Yenya, I say, or man, ye be free for one. Bosianunima, ye be born a die, be cat on. Na Ghanaian sentence no mungene who say, this president and the government, no more yen say, Yemriasun, ye diniako, ye dieu, and family. That is where they are heading towards. Can yes, how unima, come be soon. Then come out, Genehun. Atenasi akase ampa ansa na yebeko no yentumi nja bibi kakra ema achirima enti sane ne edi ne kane no yente so kra niema Ghana fo enti ase na Ghana fo enhunu se ampa ne yeso ye no yeso ye kunya hu bi e dia ma oman Ghana. But what they've just done, no? What is it? Who ba catch him say we will reduce the use of your friend saying VAs e wo han me no yare me busaye me say me government official na me the VA mo na me kwa police ni ba be na me busa me say me kwa infa tracker what infa he should have told us. The president and catch me finance minister ekai say if free na call your cottoners no we've decided say the 40 vehicle your friend say convoy of the president has been reduced to 10. Kamekwaku make us say yes nkofo no many abre. You are still using the same number of vehicles or convoy. Omo pakia engines ni ensiswa. Till time our president will be in your war year. For Christ's sake, aren't we sick as Ghanaians? And if we have a serious president, still we need that comfort in the then you don't have your country at heart. You don't. I was so set examples. Say, look, when I park my vehicles, put your friends say all engines off. Soldiers no more guide or bodyguards no more yedie. Yentio muka. Omo call your friend is saying. Omo your problem say. Omo produce. Omo buy and omo call round. Ekwa ye. Omo say there. Time I know Eve Levy in some buy. Town hall meetings. So Kofori was saying for Mkoy. How many minutes do we do? 30. It's a 30 or 45 cars from the Kogu Horn. Ninja na engines no is so. Ninja na engines so. You grow air conditioner back on another a woman. Fuel consumption no. And one can once and over catch and say you are going to your press over control the young color. Are we small children? Oh, woman, they almost can be just in the face. But in reality, no, it will not happen. Yeah. It will not happen. And I'm kind president na akabida. Now, woman, young fat me pass him into a near who pass if it will work. Ghana senior yeti. Do we need to be paying our president? Do we need it? Let me answer a big no. In the sense, say the president of the country, our accommodation free, electricity free, Nintadia washe, yen piaka, a mano. Bibia will pay your talk at the mano. I didn't know so I was yes as Utianica. I was saying to me, Kukudru, near can say, Fakwa Yeduno, the presidency, if you cannot sacrifice, don't contest. Finito. As you at the end of the year, no Sanso Aqua, ya Sanso Ekukuru, your friend says Sika. And in your mother, man, say the Janaquine. Yasanso Pianica coping time at Obi. We are sick as a nation. A country like US, Jacobo Bosia or Homosan Suchensika, Chomusika or Munina. The president cannot just get up and say, or where ye, Chedintino, Wakakofa Air Force. One, no, a two at the court, and also a helicopter at the court. He will pay for the fuel. Say a private, your friend is saying, a year. He will pay for the fuel. Ye and Sanya Baba sorry no. Ye be free. Ye be free. Yari. We are really sick. And we need your friend is saying a real doctor obey me science Sayarian. Sayarian say bet me sa a yenia no was kukuria ho edigina ho ne kasa say de ya bray yen panyimfo no. No mo de yen doso dodo enti no yen timamufo no ye de yemra eba wa wuntumi no get out. We don't need them. Okay. The budget no the babe 200 has nothing good for us. They are still going to enjoy. So reduction now it is not going to work. It won't work. Fuel coupons, it will still be there. Africa fuel coupons, some ANA. They get it and they give it out to their girlfriends. And they use them. At the expense of minimum unit animal. Baba Kache said, what is 50%? And then a new womb. I thought he was going to say, they've seized it. They've seized it. Apart from say we call a jumum, upon a coffee, any rounds we are by Yabiano, a wow car, the government is not going to bear any cost. Won't to me resign from your position. Penny Pafu for making a sacrifice. But meanwhile, they are the same people who have taken us into your friend is saying the big hole, no, the deep hole now, Yapakotono. But getting us out, no, they are not ready to sacrifice. They are just not ready to sacrifice. In Kamini, your friend said, Ken Oforiata, in Kadana, we read budget now. I would have tendered in my resignation. So, this is the best I can do for Ghanaians. Finished. My resign. If so, no catch rain. I'm a say, your friends are Busmia catch your crown. It's on one. What to a day? What to a day? One J. Busmia Ketria. Papa would you con yesi and peck? When we are sitting in a fire question on me. Ghana afford to do us to see and peck. Winning. Ghanaians must open our eyes. Nigeria for shine your eyes. The man is sitting on something. So sorry for one. The president, anyone know, become. That is what I suspect. And need to know to mean sorry. No.
Okay, all right. That's what we suspect. And no, and I share a semi car and I busua yadi every Amasa television. So for your Facebook page, you stream live for ATBGH or never share page, never commenting. So to my making kind na yadi. If you could not group hotel and yadi if yadi every sa every say you who be airport and in the air benda so comment here baby shop was said in making kind Ima share adibi ewa na ye can be aban no aside the measures be aba. For instance, we say before the night wakan say rice production, sugar production, this and everything. So now say the pressure $2 because the demand this year BOG for forest or media across
my banks no fit
now I say one more capacity going to 2023 a bit to me na abwa ama etumi akoma ababa na bandi e ba ya and also before say na make free zone yeah was say mining tax exemption of say mining regime na as a lot so be review na wo hwemu a e bi ene dia say for instance and then graphic report we say gold 20% BOG better yeah, and by a batter, yes, between the oil and the upper. Was also talking about building a refinery, gold refinery, or my Mustaff, the young farm, or very refinery gold, or my Muha. He's talking about property weights, yeah, and also my say or the shipping and the batter, and also a cost by 2.5%, right, from next year, yeah, and also a year. As for Yilebi, you know, so about 1% just to attract people somewhere. So these are few things so I buying on episode or yeah, like I've mentioned, say and then mining law review of a near tax zones and then 2 bed now and this council about towards revenue mobilization. Who would say also because people have also this concern about signing out.
Yeah, until I can say on the revenue side here. We will agree with government the way all come. So we'll get to a point to have about 18% of revenue to GDP. They say I'm 13, it is very bad. Some countries are doing 24%. And we agree with government on that angle. And I agree with government on the barter system. You should go to pay for the oil. No? I don't say government will buy the gold from the mining companies in terms of with the cities. In cities. Not was store gold. No. And you have to oil now. Those who are willing to take payment with the gold, no, and the more. And government will not have any pressure looking for forest to buy the oil, because like I told you, BDs and OMCs, they need $450 million every month to buy the oil into Ghana, petrol, diesel, aviation fuel, kerosene, and that's huge amount of money. And it will bring the pressure down. Until say the good, then oil. We don't need to go and look for it. If you look at our import basket, every year we need around $10 billion for importation of goods and services, drugs, oil, everything. If you build our reserve, by the end of the year, not a deplete. Near a higher this year, somewhere June, has to do with the unfortunate withdrawal from the offshore investors. On the time our economy any issues, about 37 billion we are holding in terms of the domestic bond. And I said, when you foreign investors, in when we say government will have issues with defaulting in terms of payment, about 20 billion was taken out. And the money is high pressure. And I feel that at the same time, America increasing interest rate. If you compare Ghana and America, the risk level is very low in America, invest in America. So if we are going to take the oil import or effects from there by using gold, it's a good thing. The pressure will do what? Will come down. But the far by any drink is the withdrawal of the FX support for the importation of poultry, rice, and those things. Drink because first of all, per the law, you have not banned the import of rice, oil, edible oil, poultry, and those things. You have not banned. Ghanaians have the right to import those things. But who can say the forests have to give it to you, and only say then you are opening up the economy to speculation, because with the FS market, it's demand and supply. And if central bank cannot give, they make a black market, make a forest bureau. And when the demand outstrips supply, they will start pegging the price at higher prices. What you say? And the issues will start. So I don't know why I'm buying yes or no. Because I'm buying to me banning the import of those items. Because when you say local production cannot meet the total demand by the consumers. And if you know, say we cannot produce near young crop on AD, are you doing ban? Then why are you saying say I will not give you FX? What many FX are? Obey call black market. Obey you as for the importer, obey you use any means to get the forex. That means you will create artificial shortage, you will create speculation, and then also remember the purchase of the dollar at the open market higher. Only say interbank there, most people cannot go to interbank market to go and buy the dollar. No, it's between the central bank and the various financial institutions. Almost about a year, they will sell it to the foreign bureaus and other black market in Congo. Now, may a bank, that's I will say, black market needs land supply of forex. I can make more money. I'll give it to them. So I think, for me, if you ask me, it's a wrong policy. And Abai can say, we are banning the import of rice, poultry, edible oil, and those things. And I know automatically, the thing has been banned, so there's no need for me to go and look for forest for you. But if you say, I will not give you the forest, meaning the person has the right to import those things, no, then you are creating a big problem in the country. And I feel so say, Abaya started, let's say, when we say, okay, in the next 3 to 5 years, no, make to me the Sikash poultry industry, no, to the extent say there will be huge production locally, which will meet the total demand of Ghanaians. And I don't know when you bring that policy, again, Abaya the Sikash share rice industry, no, into the local production of rice, no, because there will be huge production and it will meet the total demand of Ghanaians. Then when you bring that policy, it will work. As I say, you know, we are not able to meet. After Mati say Zoom line only some Taiwan, Thailand, collaboration, they will come to the country and boost the production. It means that currently, no, we don't meet 100%. I'm told say our rice production meets about 40%.
Yeah, that's what it is.
60 is imported. Even tomatoes, we import worth $400 million of tomatoes from Burkina Faso and other countries. And oh yes, Adina, I'm not creating problems. So I think say, at times the BOG gets into areas you see, we have monetary policy and fiscal policy. At times, BOG steps into the fiscal area, the fiscal policy arena, which creates problem for the exchange rate. I think they have to go back to the drawing board and revise all those things. Only we say, even as we speak right now, the benchmark value has been taken off completely. Yeah. If this budget is approved next year, starting January, there will not be any benchmark for importation. It means importation of drugs, goods and services, and all the other items are Ghanaians economy, the price will shoot up. And once the price shoot up, don't forget inflation. And after so you have even increased the VAT. VAT, the smart thing the finance minister and he said, time I 17.5, he splitted it into 3 components: 12.5% VAT, 2.5% of national health insurance, and 2.5% of get fund. And to calculate get fund and national health insurance, and Sana or the SAS can be count before you calculate the 12.5. And then we has increased the 12.5 by 2.5, making 15%. Don't forget, say the national health insurance portion was also increased by 1% from the COVID-19 levy. Yeah. So in all, VAT is around 22%. And the Udi Adia Bagana tax are 22% of the total cost will be taken off. And if I bring goods worth $100,000, that's a will converting, that will be around 1.5 million Ghana cedis. I have to pay about 22% of VAT. I mean, so I'll add it to my cost, my selling price.
The final consumer
will suffer. Wow. So I think say BOG in the first place must not step into fiscal policy. They are coming too much into that area, that arena. Wow. And I think so Abani should look at some other areas. But with the gold butter trade, perfectly, I agree. It will ease the pressure on Abani say, forest to support them. Yes, and also I can't watch say and you say the tax exemption and I said the law has been passed in parliament, meaning say we will not just wake up and give it tax exemption. We will study the thing very well and they cut it down, because we will lose I think close to 5 billion every year in granting tax exemptions, and also will be solved. And I think so see share mining laws, any contractor you are signing the money perfect, because the also will lose over 20 billion. I gave you the report last time, say we lose over 20 billion yearly from the mining sector. So most of the whole year we can rake him back the money into the system. So those areas, I agree, tax exemption bill fully should be implemented.
So Mustaff, do we say in terms of production, to sell rice, this kind of thing, say Ura of on the budget in the say apart from next year no local everybody that means say be a PPP private partnership in the where those people now more support you know apart private sector am o ma so ma sene na o ma build it will feel to say just point and reportedly could be more Thailand or no ma cement I think there was some bank as in bank or Thailand or Exim Bank or secure
some funds they will come and help you.
Yeah, Papa Doctor. Obviously, on no card on right. When you say a buying, okay, what's it this time or why is I doing it? But a buying come out next year. Now, okay, say AB identify these companies. This is what we want to do to help these companies with the support of this rice, poultry, and sugar. Yeah, a bit to Nabua. When you say no, because many rice growers be building command, they are willing say are buying a come out of data. They have all that it takes to do it.
I would say
a bit to me
for every economic policy, I would ban every be gestation period. Wow, every take it some time. You mean Syria preoccupy now your rice production will meet 100% demand. They say no local production 40%, you import 60%. Look at the time, I say you dry rice from the time of Godisbay up to now, you are doing 40%. So are you telling me that just next year, will produce rice like then you cover the 60%? It's no.
So we can cover a certain
percentage. You can't cover all. Wow, it will take time before you can cover all. When you come to the poultry, to the same thing. Now I think Papa here even says the poultry farmers cannot even meet their demand with the poultry that they also need. Wow, so if you have space to create the thing, no two bosses. Instead of your short term, projections, medium and long term. So you put in those things. Say, okay, in the next 3-5 years, say the year we'll have it. The American say it pains me say you say 2.5 billion on Naku. It's young for 400,000, 700 cities for 3 years. Saskani could have gone into these areas. Oh, you know, but the policy I think more than the technical knowledge. For instance, in our import basket, there are 10 items. They put pressure. That $10 billion we will need every year for import. Only 10 items take 90% of that those things. Number one, oil. So we could have revamped TOR long time ago. It is kind of TOR. At least TOR. Remember, 80% of the consumption of oil in Ghana. Then you are cutting down forest demand. When you say poultry, number 2, rice, number 3, sugar, number 4, and so on and so forth, edible oil. These are the areas it will create more jobs, sustainable one. They will not do a job by 3 years. Now, after 3 years, we will wow. So, it takes time. That's my point. About taking your time, then build that, say, next 3 to 5 years, like I'm in 7 years development plan. BBR has a gestation period. Let's take our time, build that thing to a point. Now, when you bring the laws and ban, in America say they couldn't ban the importation because when you say we don't have local production to meet. Wow, but they target it from I will not give you FX, and that is even a wrong policy. When we say your local production to meet local demand anchor, you go straight and ban it. Okay. Like Nigeria did it. Also, Nigeria say no, you can't import rice because they know they have the local capacity to produce the rice to meet the 12 million Nigerians consumption. But you don't have it now. When you get to that point, then you take the decision.
All right, okay, assembly can and chair you but you go so I can't here for see you come and the far budget here and I know it told you share a moon and near your phone say a dim for so bread or my Ghana, so buying it to me implementing and challenge at the Amayabina can say, and I am my young animal who come back, Brunei, Comedy. No,
even now, but you won't cost because
last 2 weeks, I'm saying for the past 5 years, I hear constitutional review series B. Kobe every Tuesday. Now last week's year, Madam Joyce Ayi. So we are continuing mining sector no more actually year of the Ghana Chamber of Mines. Yes. Now Okabibi Mamire here. Oka say Ghana, we don't know the amount of a good year was as in we are supposed to have a geological department, survey department. Sorry, but some say no omodwuma no how much me ehun say bia say company bi aba say o ye pese ye too gold ana mineral bia wom na ko so ntumi kire say okay area ha say do na wo ho enti say wom negotiate a you know the value of what you have, or say we don't know, we don't have it in term no, because that department has not been resourced in term no chi say bia foreign company bi aba no aba kire say oh bia circle ha no me hu say gold say na wo. You understand? And it's the country even starts negotiating for a very weak point because you don't even know the value of how much you have and the value of it. Okay. Now, I was hoping say mining sector no. She said Sika. Say na many can say we lost about here last 20 billion. Area or minor risk year. I think about 2-3 years ago there was a report said a minister about Dubai. Per our records, no. With the value of gold we have exported there is about 2 billion, but they give a figure of about 5. So where did that is gold has been smuggled out that the country has lost out on. Now saying we've discovered lithium is another mineral, and also it has been discovered in commercial quantities. Now me say that's a penny for no say it doesn't look like say one dream ye one pay money ye. It's not say I say new man ye woni nyina no ye dia ne so oh broni ye we o umbambe fana o man kakra wo. We don't consider say how the country can have a stake in the minerals. Look at Qatar. Oman kitwa ye ka football yi. Qatar ye kira ye kroki to bi say 2 to 3 million people. Ghana Suchom. And so this World Cup alone almost spending $200 billion.
Qatar size is greater Accra.
Just this World Cup. Why? Because Arab countries, you know, they have made sure say oil no, ma abrofono ambe sum, ambe two, but they kept it, and for that reason, you know, it is sold on their terms, and they are beginning to use the money to develop their citizenry. And no can make sure say nka abaya be we could anya MPP abaya wo mu kwa MPP abaya bi atwem kwa na abaya bi ban on hwe say egudie bi ebetu ofam no on hwe how you be empower Ghanaians to hold a stake. Sam Jonas Waka da and also he has been a titan in the mining industry trend. Say no individual Ghanaian holds even 1% in any of the mining firms in the country. And there is a abofono ba be two the bulk of it is just gone out. And any said government babe to gold. What they no obi na two. Now what could to be actually not to be. If you understand. I hope say this lithium, you know, they will manage it well and make sure say at least if even for the sake of say Sikani ho na infrastructure ni ho na yankasi be tour, they will go on favorable terms to the country and not like the usual business as usual where the greater percentage is given to a foreign country to come and take it out and then we get peanuts for it. You see, no lithium na the batteries, not just phone batteries. You see, the world is moving towards electric cars. One batteries, you know, lithium, and that market is growing. I don't know. That's mine because of Sunny company. And see, the demand for lithium is going to grow. And see, anyone who has it, you know, we can really reap benefits from it. And me point on mining, you know, any minerals, you know. I feel so. I'm saying now tax holiday issue, you know. Over years, there has been a trend. The purpose of giving tax holiday to companies, they say, foreign companies, now the investment, but the question is, do we what analysis in a year over time to show that we give a company 5 years tax holiday, 10 years tax holiday, comparing to Sika or Modebano, do we undertake any cost analysis to show say country no enya ho infrastructure na obekom no obem say our they mostly bring expatriates because it may turn out say woman no bia wom de beba na betwa Sika kase no Ghanaians na woman na bia the reason why we are giving them tax holidays Ghanaian and employment no we all know I mean, take a survey of the foreign company. They take peanuts. So, and I don't know, they say salaries in Ankasa, Ghanaians Ankasa, they take home so little, and all of them will also take their money back out of the country. And I think it's something. It's a good. If indeed they really want to look at it, I want to recommend it should be done in a very transparent manner, and with consultation, not just the government pushing it through, but the opposition, minority in parliament, and the majority should take this up as a national call. No more say any revision or any future tax. They should cancel it and then save funds for the money for the country.
All right. Okay. It's Osha. Anyama can say the mobile so applying tax. Yeah, that's what yeah, tax something I said. What the ever feel Osha Vatia or become a cost Osha quotation of rice say from next year or more say between produce rice business a lot of the question say dollar no emenya tumi away so or be a open maybe I cry say na mean for cram one why should I go for dollar why should I change dollar at least emma dollar no or may popra and my chasing said they're chasing for everything. Who say a so a bit pushing them.
Oh, my cranka, who was asking Yanaka a buying a film. Because a buying some now walker. If you any horma a year for flow. Oh, my dear maker. But it is that all car a day ama yeni agit to say, well, and also, and your for I did that down with me. Yana Mempesa will be a premier, or because a media tembia, by us and be a babiano, Name bought a bainachi. But Yana Pessemia, a back assembly, a fire yomabi. And if you crowd me who General Champon time. Nemisa Mini was sleep, Tembia Media Sabka. Operation Feed Yourself. A whole D Ghana on. Not Burkina Faso, Eba, Befa a brew, free Ghana. Ever fat a more a free Ghana, ever vegetables a free Ghana, and then you crack tomatoes from Burkina Faso. Yes, see Via Dam, see Tono Dam, see Butanga, Nina North, and Sana Thomas Sankara Dauruma, Obaya Burkina Faso, Sebi, or many Bia, Museum Dam. Museum Dam, near Via Tono Butanga. 3 big dams are one off. As ye kase, ye yehu ejuma. Botanga I worked. I was at 3 places in Ghana. A bit me my all year round Why? Yet it's don't talk about coffer dams. A water. Near the bay, your friend said tomatoes, near the bay, dear, Nina, a good dear. And a medical kind, see, and yet on my yaria. In Casadi, we say, campaign and Kababet now. I'm a MPP by under the Nakufa, Baba Cat, say, you better cut it down the importation of your friends, rice.
Because I bind the one village, one down, I become home.
What you want me here? One pot, your friends, one pothole, one road. Anyone. And come here, son, you always say, send you Musicaya now. Because by this time, should we be complaining? Because I can't catch tomatoes at the back. And then I can say, so who can make for a bino and the butter? Can say, oh my Ghana, dear, you bet me, I am the betty, your most. Africa, a more assem, and you know, a more importation. And a Ibrahim Adams, no of NDC, a call, J, and I'm a quality grade. Meanwhile, me penny no mesro, me bonidi. So, what does you do near you, minim, but minim the power ye irrigation experts. I know what irrigation development authority. I buy the buy it when the Nako Fado, a year attorney general. Or we investigate your friend is saying quality grain in Seminole. Or call a vehement acquire assessment. reports in baby they stated clearly say a canocran or mocasa yabo if they allow quality grain to operate 3 years yabetikano and yamfasuo. But what happened? Cheap political points in Tino, they had to jail the men. Ye jail you movie, you know, quality grain I could say. Yet you among Kambuma, a year Juma. But meanwhile, they had pipes, irrigation pipes, that's a year lay in a singular semi roaming car from here to Achimota. Ebidu. Yeah. And we are talking about importation of the friends and Newman Kitty. Commander, sugar factory. Is it not under this government? And it does see what money. No, about the cancer, we say Eddie Achre. Nami Kokua Metihano, Wakacham Saminja by Indi. When the whole thing is standing, and ye two and a moa, a bit me a boy and Ati Yakabiso. We are rather interested in throwing people into jail and then leaving it to rot. When there is no wolf, we shout wolf. Mamma, a simple example be Atwabu gas, and Yabusian your ball EDCA. Ye yellow, dear ye. Aren't we ripping out of it? Yentia Kana. And saving almost, is it 300 million US dollars? Almost annually. See, I can't say you need air, gas now still your flare, no. See, you expand it at trouble gas, a betty. I buy car with the trouble for now, with the gas, Kakrana, or a young war, or flaring, and still they make profit. 18 years still, you go to a year, and can expand gas, come by this time, these are some of the things I hear. So, Kobobosia, Onu, Kobobosia, never bay, then one to piano. Then Yabusia, Okakobo, Ediaba, a chilima. All
right, okay, that's it. 1 minute, 1 minute. I'm source of memory in your assume Ima.
Indeed, me, for the last, say, I buy, say, like, in California confidence one more. Those expenditure cards in a complete report. At least month on month, no. My who say, none can those days, no. Time my young for normal place and boss, I can I buy spend this amount of fuel. But they say we buy, no. I save this amount. Salaries I say all 30% for the my phone, for like the minister's news. And also, in the reports, okay, first now you tell me see, in the cutting, I save it. We can change that Sasikano into some project. Once the last government, he said, we couldn't put the say, it was 10% and not 20%. Almost this chief's compound. So there was something to show. I should start building confidence in people by showing them reports. Wow, yeah.
Ayo, the mention say aban sisi amra woman no. Aban hwe say policy bi a on be ba no. Budget you ma be ready implementation no. Woman consult, woman tise na ye kan. They should listen to the civil society for say bibia be politics o man mu. But enyo bia na say bi o pe o man no aban ni boni an person aban ni si from. Enti eya woman tie the other political parties can civil societies can more experienced experts in certain areas no woman and then take it on board because see baby away abaning says from and this is a time to open up hold hands and say na say budget no be en come budget there and they should take all views on board and move forward.
Take everybody on board. Forget it because this government will never do it. They say you free car, actually. Now the woman say you drink a buying and more. Only kind of Ghana in dinner in kind. Non drink Ghana. Now you be Ghana for you a tune about type your friend say near aye. Now so here is on no one or the night drink at the bay dear. Mean this or the Abaco your friend say you could do. And a fakwa your person could do so. You could do on more, or no sooner hontono. My mom fan say when yayan for 1 year, I be a baby bring a baby near Baba a buying so. I best Yakasi asking you.
All right, the damn perform and say, and then one more a gym at the car, whom admire the assembly car if you coconut group hotel, and the Mayana coconut group hotel, I say. say omo boy chidom no ma ye kwan e ma ye ba ha e di dwumadi brebo ye da gin we so ase omo boy e ma the master match no e na ever pure mineral water omo so etai chi ma ye so projin no ye tie ma bobo to verse me yes and say ma ye pinti o pinti papa no dia ever pure eno an eye ya nye bi no ma eboa pa eye bida owura Emmanuel Alote as a financial analyst omo be ka me ho why e ma dwumadi itumi e di ebrem e ma be dia so and I'm a Remy Person, National Secretary of the Emma Progressive People's Party, or no, and so Ebekame, and a Kwaku Asari Ejikum, and so a member of the National Communication Team and the largest opposition party, and this Kwaku Ebewai. My main fan, I see more than money producers, Ura. Kojo Ousu Edumi Adadwana Naba ene Ora Edwabra Oshisa Omusu Tunibu ama Edwebe saa na me na MCA omuso Edwemu Mustafa ewo me nchen wa ha wono ena coordinate bibia ema no ekoso Bismarck so ewo studio wono so ehwe amedwedi akoso the cameraman na wo metwa me ho ahia Frank Shaibu ena kwaku eni ono so ayi bibia ama no atumi akoso yada mu nyina amutumi je mre ehwe ye mu amusend messages mu amutumi enya akwan like ibi nyina ehire mu nyina nyame ya dom na Kristo ama ye besan ehia kwachina bidia ne ata kwaku wodi akraba akopa me wo Ghana na me Ghana bifra Ghana na me no Ghana me ena me di dwumadi edi hu chiame a me di ebrem ma monitor all right.